Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, December 21st, 2017. This is Ash here for Stupid Simple Crypto Episode 3. And today's show is going to be how to pay off your mortgage with a cryptocurrency investment. And today is going to be part 1, based around Litecoin. And this is a timely episode because if you've taken a look at Litecoin over the last couple days, you'll see that by any stretch, Litecoin is most definitely on sale right now. So if you're thinking about jumping into the cryptocurrency market and you have your initial Bitcoin $100 investment in place and you've thought about it and learned a little bit, I definitely think Litecoin would be an excellent place to start. And this is not your get-rich-quick elevator pitch of how you can put $100 in and make $1 million overnight. These are actually based on very conservative numbers for the cryptocurrency world, and I've laid them all out here for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at those now. So the first lesson in investing is if you're going to invest and you want to make sure not to get ruled by emotion and lose your butt, you need to come up with some ground rules before you start so that you can make sure you follow along a set path and you don't get caught up in the day-to-day up and down and make mistakes. You're far more likely to make mistakes whenever you're going with your gut instinct or off of a hunch or even off of a hot tip. So whenever I had this crazy idea the other day, I set up my own ground rules and got the wife's buy-in on these, so we're on the same page. And here's the rules that we're going to follow to get through this next year. So we're going to put $5,000 each into Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum by January 1st. We're not going to touch any of that any earlier than June. We're definitely playing for the long haul, no timing of the market, no trying to sell in and out and catch things as they go up and down. That's how you lose money. So if the market dips 30% or more from a high, we're going to put in $1,000 new dollars into whatever coin that is. If Coinbase lists a new coin, we're going to put in $5,000 there. So that would actually include Bitcoin Cash, which Coinbase just launched the other day, and I'll talk about that in a couple days as well. And then we're going to take $5,000 of loose cash and feed it into Bittrex for day and swing trading. Once it's there, it'll be divided into 4 rough chunks, never to be all in the same place except in cash or in Bitcoin. 2 will be for day trading and 2 will be for swing trading, which is trades you expect will go up, but it'll probably take more than a single day. So now, specifically, the Litecoin component of how to pay off your mortgage with cryptocurrency. So why Litecoin first? And this is definitely important right now. It's even more important than it was when I made the slide. There's a lower buy-in on it. And right now Litecoin is on sale. It's been hovering just above $300 for the last several days. I still believe that Litecoin is going to be at or near $500 by the end of the year. So there's significant upside potential long-term. And there's also significant immediate upside potential, which is always good for maintaining your emotional momentum. And it's definitely on sale right now. I can't emphasize that enough out of the big 3. So what has Litecoin done over the last year? Litecoin started off 2017 at $4.69, which would have been back here somewhere, well, it would have been January 1st, but it would have been back here somewhere in terms of the line. And you can see it's had quite a year of decent, steady, upward growth. And then it went absolutely insane in December. And I don't really know why it went insane here, but they all did. Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum all went nuts at the same place. So overall for the year, it went up $346 for a whopping 9,486% increase, which is incredibly fantastic. However, I would view that last December spike as being somewhat irresponsible to use for the projections moving forward. So even if you cut December out, I apologize, I started at 449. I just didn't update the first slide. But anyway, so I started at 449. Up to the big craziness in December, it ended up at about $104. That is still a gain of $99 a share and 2,300%. So that is far more reasonable based on the growth curve, and it doesn't include any of the crazy spikes. So 2,300% is what it did once you take out the outliers. The other thing with Litecoin is that traditionally it's been at about 4% of Bitcoin's value, and that was true up until about the middle of 2017. Then as Bitcoin started to grow, Litecoin grew with it, but it didn't maintain that 4% ratio. Right now, even right now, within the last 72 hours, it was still at about 2 to 2.5% of Bitcoin. So I think even there, you're still looking at a pretty easy double for Litecoin. Even if it doesn't do anything else on its own, I think you're looking at a pretty easy double here in the near future on Litecoin. So then my assumptions for the pay off your mortgage plan here. So Litecoin had 8,666% growth last year. I hope it does that again, because that would make me a significant amount of money, but I don't think that it's smart to bet on that level of growth again. Even though it did that growth with less than 1% of the American public putting money into cryptocurrency. So if 2% of the American public, so if out of every 100 people you know, 2 people put money, and we'll get to that 2%, could it do that? Maybe, but I'm not betting that way. I don't think it's smart. So at 20% of the growth from last year, that would be 1,732%. So if it only does 1/5 as well this year as it did last year, it's still going to grow this much. That would then put Litecoin at $5,504 per coin, which sounded pretty nuts at one point, but then in January Litecoin was $4.50 and now it's over $300. So who are we to judge? So the $5,000 that I put in will then turn into $86,500. I figure if I'm wrong 10 times over, I still have a nice return. So use whatever number you can safely invest and multiply it by 17. So if you can only put in $100, you'll have $1,700 at the end of the year based on my current projections. Use whatever number you want. Do not, under any circumstances, borrow money to invest. Don't take out a new mortgage to invest. Don't take a cash advance on your credit card. Don't charge it to a credit card. Don't do anything of that nature. That is foolhardy, and it forces you into making bad decisions. I've seen it with my Amazon business, and it'll happen again with investments. Even with this number, that's still only about 80% of the growth that Litecoin experienced between January and November. So that's, it's still a decent chunk, but it's highly doable. So those are the numbers that I'm working with, and that's how I think that I'm going to get to my end goal for paying off my mortgage with Litecoin. So there you go, folks. That was part 1 of my plan based entirely around Litecoin. Over the next couple of days, I'll go over the other 3 parts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin Cash. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the show notes. If you've got any questions for me directly, go ahead and email me at StupidSimpleCrypto@outlook.com. And if you like what you see, feel free to throw a like or a follow onto my YouTube channel. I'm always here to try and help, because the future is changing, and your money should too.